Today on the channel, The Force Awakens! Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars unboxing and review daily in 2021 and possibly beyond. We'll see how it goes. Today on the channel, we've got some Force Awakens figures. We've got Asti, we've got a Thug, and we've got Neon Numb. But for all your Star Wars needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So, okay, we got some Force Awakens. These are really cheap kids figures, very similar to the old Power of the Force days. Not a lot of articulation here, but great background characters. And thought I'd pick these up. They were at my local toy store. They had a big sale. Whenever they have these big sales about twice a year, the old semi-annual sale, as some would call it. You know, every time I go to the mall with my wife, she's like, oh, I got to go to Bath & Body Works. They got their semi-annual sale. Victoria's Secret, they got their semi-annual sale. I got to buy a bunch of stuff in there. And I'm always like, you know, the semi-annual sale is every time we go to the mall. I wish my toy store was like that. It truly is like twice a year, once a year, something like that, where, oh, Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works and those kind of things, they've got a sale every week. Angie, you're not fooling me. I don't care what you say. And you're not watching this video, so I don't have to get in trouble. So there you go. All right, so we're going to unbox these. We're going to talk about them. They're going to be rapid fires. There's not a lot to talk about here. But, you know, we got to do it. We got to do it. Somebody's going to unbox these, and I drew the short straw, as you know. So let's start it off. These guys don't want to stand either. And we're going to do these reviews like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the package. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. And we're starting off with my boy, Neon Numb. I know you guys always tell me it's 9 Numb because it's, you know, like German. One of these days, we'll tell the story of Kyle and his German class. Maybe today's the day. You know, should we tell the story about Kyle and his German class? All right, here's how I graduated college. Here it is. This is a story I've only told a few times. It's one of my best stories. German class. I graduated college and I found out, hey, they said, Kyle, long story, switching some majors, stuff like that. And the counselor guy that you had to go to said, you know what, Kyle, if you just take one more year of foreign language, you're done. You got your 4-year degree, you can be out the door. And I said, wait a minute, what? I can skip these 5 other classes I was supposed to take. If I just take one foreign language, I can graduate. Hey, sign me up all day long. What do I got to do? So they said, well, you already had Spanish in high school, and you'd have to take Spanish 3. And it had been 5 years, I think, since I'd take Spanish. Maybe it was 6. I can't even remember. So there's no way I would pass Spanish 3 because I don't even remember anything. So I said, what's the easiest foreign language? And he said German. So I said, sign me up for German. So that's what I did. So I came in first day at college. I came in the door, and I was the only senior. It was all new incoming freshmen in this German class. And I said, hey, guys, I'm the senior here. I rule the show. And that's exactly kind of how it went. But anyways, my teacher, you know what my teacher's name was? Miss Rectanus. I'm not even joking. What kind of a name was that? I had to laugh every time I had talked to her and stuff. It was just horrible. But anyways, she had this thing where if you set up the projector every day, you got 1 extra credit point. If you showed up to class every day, you got an extra credit point. If you did your homework every night, you got a point. Whether it was correct or incorrect, you got the point. And then she would have, there was like 3 or 4 quizzes and 3 or 4 tests. That was it. So there was a lot of low points in there. Well, the day after that first day, I walked in there and I said, guess what, guys? I am the senior here. I rule the roost. I need this to graduate. I am setting this projector up every single day. I'm getting that 1 extra credit point. And you know what? Everybody said, you know what? Kyle's a cool dude. He's a chill guy. We're going to let him do that. So every single day I set this projector up. And then after a couple of weeks, guess what? These little freshmen, they started setting it up and they would tell the teacher, well, Kyle set it up. Kyle set it up. So every single day I got an extra credit point. I never missed a day of school. That's one thing is I'm consistent in whatever I do. I never miss a day. Never missed a day of high school. I never missed a class of German because I got 1 extra credit point. I knew I needed those points. So I turned in my homework every day to get that other point. But guess what? I didn't do it right. I didn't learn anything. I just put words on the paper in English, not even German. But since you turned it in, even if it wasn't right, you got a point. So every single day I got 3 extra credit points or 3 points to the class. Well, as you guys can imagine, every time a quiz came around or test came around, hard times for your boy Kyle. I had no idea. because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't doing anything. I was working 2 jobs. I had other classes I had to get through. And yeah, so I didn't learn anything, and I failed every single test, and I failed every single quiz. But then at the end of the semester, she said, we're going to have an extra credit project. It's all in English. You have to watch this movie, and I don't remember what it was, but I had to do this thing, but it was all in English. So I said, easy. I know English, kind of. And I got 100 or maxed out my extra credit points on that. Well, anyways, the end of the semester came. It was time for grades. Guess what? Kyle passed with a C. Yes, I got a C. I got through college. I was done. But the teacher, Miss Rectanus, don't forget that name, you never will, she called me into her office, and she sat me down, and she said, Mr. Peterson, I want to tell you something. And I said, oh, do tell, Miss Rectanus. And she said, Mr. Peterson, I have never had a student take advantage of me like this in my entire history as a teacher. And she was no young teacher. She was no spry chicken. She'd been around. She'd seen some things. She'd obviously been to Germany. She was speaking German. And she said she's never had somebody take advantage of her class like this. And kudos to you for passing. I know what you did. I know how you got through this. And kudos for you, but I want to let you know that this will never happen again. For now on, you've ruined the projector setup, the homework points, all that kind of stuff. And I said, yeah, I don't care. I'm done. I'm graduated. I got my degree. I'm out into the working world, and I never looked back since. And that's the story, how Kyle got through German. Come back tomorrow for another story in Kyle's collegiate life, work life. There's a lot of stories out there. Or maybe we should get into a Star Wars review. Maybe that would be the way to go. What do you guys think? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's do these kind of fast. So we got Neon Numb right here. There's the packaging. Neon looking only like he can look. He'll never be 9 numb to me. I know his brother's 10 numb. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've been calling him Neon since I was a little boy, and that's where it's going to stay. He comes with some little kid's toy apparatus thing. Hot garbage, but I understand why a little kid would want that. So it makes sense. You can find these guys at Five Below at Dollar General, really cheap back in the day as well. I should point that out. You got the back, terrible back, but it does show the projectiles and stuff what these little kids' toys can do. So there you go. And what's it say? A Celestian pilot who was vital in bringing his people into the rebellion during the Galactic Civil War. 9 numb, Neon numb. This sounds better. Continues to loyally serve Princess Leia Organa as a member of the Resistance. He's my boy. He is my boy. He stole my heart as an early age. See you later. Always a fan of this guy. He looks kind of like a fish. See you later. He always reminded me of my grandpa, too. Isn't that kind of weird that Neon Numb reminds me of my grandpa? Well, let me see where I'm going with this. It's because my grandpa was a welder, and he used to wear kind of like a jumpsuit like this back in the day. You know, this is like the 80s. This is early 80s welding. He was a welder by trade. And he would wear a jumpsuit kind of like this. And then he always wore like a denim vest over it. He'd put, you know, his smokes in there. And he'd put pencils in there. And just stuff he needed to get through the day. And it always reminded me of this outfit. So that's why my grandpa reminded me of Neon Numb. So there you go. All right, Neon. Now, not the coolest Neon Numb ever. When are we getting a 6-inch black series of this figure? I mean, come on. What are we waiting for here? I have no idea. And I'm not even going to review this thing. I don't even know what this is. It's some like jumpsuit apparatus. He never wore this. This is just a gimmick for the kids here. It's kind of like a little bit of a claw machine going on, but this, I'm not even going to talk about it. It's a waste of time. But this is cool. This is all right to stand there. We got a little bit better articulated ones and some other lines out there we can use to put in the Falcon or put other places. But this one's okay to be just kind of standing there listening in. Maybe Princess Leia's giving a speech, or old Mon Mothma's giving a speech, and you put him kind of smoke and mirrors in the background. But anytime we get a Neon Numb figure, I'm signing up for it. I'm going to get it. Hopefully we get a 6-inch black series, as he's an unknown, or I wouldn't say unknown. I'm not going to say unknown. He's an unsung hero of the rebellion, and I truly think between him and the Ewoks, they basically saved the galaxy in Return of the Jedi. You'll never convince me otherwise. We owe a lot to this man right here. So there he is. 9 numb, Neon Numb. There he is. He's never going to stand in a million years. But now we turn our attention to a different pilot, a more younger pilot. Old Asti. Asti, Ansi. He's Asti, I guess, but I like to call him Ansi because he looks kind of like an anteater. But there you go. There's old Asti there. He's got another one of those things going on, which just for the kids, not for me. But once again, you can smoke and mirrors, put him with some other X-Wing pilots. You flush out that display of X-Wing pilots, standing next to an X-Wing. You know where my mind goes. That's where it goes. You got the back there. Nothing fun. Let's read the back, what it says about old Asti. Ello. E-L-L-O. Ello. Ello Asti is a skilled, if occasionally reckless, X-Wing starfighter pilot for the Resistance. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Let's get him out of the package. See you later. Whoa, see you later. See you later. Bam. Bam. See you later up high. There it goes. He comes with two... Oh, this is probably Neon's pistol. I missed this one. Put that in his hand. He's got to be packing heat. You guys know there's people out to get him. He's got to pack some heat. But we got the exact same blaster, but a little bit more silver with Asti here. He does have a holder for him. He does got pipe hoses going on. So he's got a little bit more action than old Neon does. I like this, though. It's not articulation. All these three figures, Power of the Force style articulation. The head moves, the arms go up and down, the legs go up and down. No waste on this one either. Here's his little backpack apparatus thing. I don't know. It's all gimmick. He didn't have anything like this. It's just 100% gimmick, but you can pretend he's flying. He's using this thing to fly around. He's got like a jetpack going on. It is unfortunate his mask, helmet, flight helmet does not come off, so he just looks kind of strange. It'd be cool if it was removable, but once again, when you're looking at the $6 price point figures, you can't have removable stuff like this. Just not going to work for old Asti there. But a solid enough figure. I think a lot of people would like this for the reasons I explained. You put this in the background of your X-Wing characters, and you're off to the races. So there you go. Mr. Asti through the door. And now we turn our attention to one I'm excited about. Hasik Thug. I think I'm saying that right. Old Hasik Thug. You guys know I love bipedal creatures. I love hairy creatures. I love cryptid creatures. I love monsters, too. I'm just a renaissance man of what I like. And this guy looks cool. He looks like a werewolf. Just looking only like he can look there. So there he is, the old Hasik Thug. Or Brute Hasik, it says in this language here. Hasiks are primitive aliens that prowl the shadowy alleys of spaceport towns. The Hasiks were ill-prepared for the evils of the advanced technology of off-world vices, and many travels with their litter mates as roaming thugs, itching to make trouble. Oh, those litter mates, you just never know. That's why they always say when you get two dogs, don't get them from the same litter because it's trouble. They'll bond with each other and not with you. That's what I learned, because there's an old story. I got stories for days. Lemmy's brother, his name was Banjo, and I loved Banjo, and I wanted to have Lemmy and Banjo together. I thought they would have been great friends, but they kept saying, nah, you don't get litter mates, so we didn't do that. We waited about 8 months later, and from another part of the country there, we got old Domino, and that's who came. And I always wonder sometimes, where would we have been if we had old Banjo and Lemmy? They would have been probably like a young Bo and Luke Duke, I'm imagining, but who knows? You never know. That's history. In another timeline, Banjo and Lemmy are running wild instead of Lemmy and Domino in my house, but it's neither here nor there. So there it is, and there it is. Yeah, we're there. So let's get this litter mate out of here. Let's see what's going on. I like this bipedal creature. Just kind of weird they want to run through alleys. Whoa! Rare fail on the see you later. See you later. See you later right there. There it goes. And a little plastic prison for the Wolfman. Now this is another guy. I'm going to put him probably in Jabba's Palace or one of the nightclubs. See you later. Whoa, there it goes. That's where he's going to go for me. And this is a cool one. Power of the Force articulation once again, but I just love the looks of this. I would love to have a few of these. I'd love to have like 4 or 5 of these guys. Very cool, almost Chewbacca-esque, not as big and bulky and tall, nor as hairy, but just a mean, scary creature that you would see at a bar in the Mos Eisley Cantina or something like that. Very, very strong for what it is and the price point it is. Like I said, give me some more of these. I'd be very happy to have a few more of these. Now he's got this backpack apparatus. Does this look like a guy that has technology and does stuff like this? This looks like a guy that, you know, is putting sticks together to get fire going on, if he's lucky. That's how he looks to me. So I just don't buy him having this big jumpsuit apparatus and going that. Not going to be on display with me. I might even just throw this in the garbage. I don't need it. I do like the idea of having a little blaster here because I feel like he's smart enough to know what these do, and he would see one laying at the bar and he'd slide it and hide it in his hair. He'd lift up some hair and hide it in there and go on. Kind of like Lemmy does with treats. He hides treats in his hair sometimes and runs off. It's crazy. You should see it. But I like this Hasik Thug. I'm all in on this one. So this is a true winner. I didn't think my boy Neon would be passed up, but I'm putting him at number 1 and Neon at number 2, Asti at number 3. But actually all 3 better than expected. The jumpsuits and the little add-on toy features, not for me. Don't need those. But outside of that, some decent enough figures. So there it is. Any thoughts on these? Any Force Awakens figures you guys know of that maybe I'm missing that I might need? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And yeah, so stay tuned for more videos. We know we got a daily Star Wars video every single day. And I hope you enjoyed a little story time with your boy Kyle. And maybe send this on to some future college graduates. Maybe I can help them get through German. But until next time, for The Force Awakens, boys, I'm Kyle. see you guys all real soon.